Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you didn't know, Balmain is the latest fashion house to venture into beauty, launching an entire collection of fragrances. So of course, we had to talk about them. I picked up the Discovery set for $55 from Neiman Marcus. I do like the packaging of the full-size bottles. They're 50 ml, $300 each. So this is a very expensive luxury line of fragrances. We need to know if any of these are truly full bottle worthy. So I am gonna go down the line one by one. I'm gonna read you the notes and share my honest thoughts with you. First up in the gorgeous emerald green bottle is Vert. This is an uplifting fragrance combining vibrant vert de mandarine and sensual jasmine, a floral green fragrance. I don't typically love green, but I'm keeping an open mind. It has vert de mandarine, jasmine, and blackcurrant, which I do really love. Wait a minute, we also have basil, spearmint, and fig leaf. I like the sound of spearmint and fig leaf. Basil, I'm not quite sure. Might not be doing Balmain any justice starting with a green fragrance, but here we go. No, that's really nice. It's not overly green. It is very natural, earthy, like herbs and spices. Oh, no, I actually really like this. The fig and the spearmint is actually what I smell the most. And it's almost like a coconut or something. It must be like a sandalwood. I did read blackcurrant and like woody notes. There's a smooth, maybe like a sandalwood. I'm not sure I love it so much that I think it's full bottle worthy. I want to wear it myself, but I think it's a really beautiful fragrance. And it's very different. This is so unique. I'm actually not picking up maybe a little green mandarin, but it not overly floral, not overly green or bitter or citrusy for that matter. I'm really picking up the spearmint. Spearmint and fig, which are two things I was actually really excited about in the fragrance, and that's really what sticks out to me most. We're off to a really great start. This is very interesting. I like it. I think it's very fresh, very natural, still smells very classy, very chic. I feel like this would be the perfect everyday fragrance. Maybe a bit more warmer weather. Like I could see myself wearing this during the day, spring, summer, running errands, going out and about. Smells like summer vacation. Really, really beautiful. Okay, I'm happy. Next in the lipstick red bottle is Rouge. This is described as an electrifying fruity floral bouquet flirting with radiant woods. A floral fruity fragrance. Keynotes include lily, Georgie wood, apricot-like osmanthus, and ylang ylang. Rouge definitely sounds like more my style of fragrance, but I really liked the first one. It's very nice. I don't know why everything is so unexpected. I smell like suede, or maybe is it the Georgie wood or the lily? There's some sort of floral note in here that I have never heard of, so maybe that's what's coming through. But it almost has like a soft, suedey, powdery scent to it. I don't really pick up a ton of fruitiness, really just a bouquet of flowers. I like it. It's nice. A very pretty floral fragrance, not overly sweet, and considering it's a fruity floral, I wouldn't say this is overly feminine. It's not my favorite. I feel like there's another one in the sample box that's going to be my favorite. This one just isn't it. I thought maybe it would be because of the beautiful red bottle and the inspiration and the notes. I'm thinking there's going to be another one in there that suits me a little bit more than this one. I still really like it. I feel like I'm getting a lot of lily. To me, this smells very soft, suedey, velvety, like sort of like a fuzzy fabric. I like it. I'm not overly wowed by it. More intrigued and sort of curious and surprised more than anything else. I'm gonna wear all of these on my skin so I can get to know them a little bit more. Well, all of the ones that I really like. So I'm curious to see how this smells on the skin. Right now, this is just giving me a little bit more mature than I would like. It smells a little bit serious. I was hoping for bold red lipstick, stiletto heels, something a little bit more flirtatious girls' night out. That is definitely not this. If you're a Sex and the City lover, Bunny McDougal would wear this fragrance. That is who comes to mind whenever I smell this. Next we have Ivoire. This is one of my favorite looking bottles. This is a new classic floral woody fragrance that unifies masculine vetiver and feminine tuberose de nuit. It's a floral woody. Keynotes include tuberose de nuit, vetiver, turmeric, and bright grapefruit. A unity of utmost elegance for a new modern classic. I really like the sound of this one. They have me sold on the description. Let's see. Ooh. We have a favorite so far. It is really good. Very elegant and classic and a little bit seductive and powerful, like seductress. Not too feminine, not too sweet. A little bit, just like they said, a little masculine, a little feminine. It reminds me a little bit of like a spicy tuberose. That must be the tuberose de nuit, the evening tuberose. I feel like this could be the favorite out of all of them. All of these so far are very unique. They have that wow factor, very special. Like this to me is a special fragrance. Definitely evening, getting dressed up, going out for a date night. So far, this entire line is reminding me a bit of the elevated line of fragrances from Armani, like the Vert Malachite, Rouge Malachite. Similar vibe from the fragrances, very sophisticated. Ooh, I cannot wait to try this on my skin. I'm somebody who likes tuberose. I love a creamy white floral fragrance, but I think even if you don't like that style of fragrance, this would be worth checking out. Only because you can tell. I mean, the tuberose is very apparent, but that's not all you're getting. There's so many other things going on that really gives it that oomph, that wow factor. It takes it from a pretty classic floral fragrance that you might wear during the day, and it turns it into a sort of sexy evening fragrance. This would be maybe a wedding, black tie occasion, getting dressed up. This could be a holiday party fragrance. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit early to start thinking about it, but yeah, this is like a head turner. Like I already feel like this would be a compliment getter. Attention grabber. I love it. Very elegant, very sophisticated, very like buttoned up, very dressy and expensive. I love this one. I think the rest of these might lean a little bit more masculine. So next we have Carbone or Carbon. This is a fragrance capturing the assertive duality of a maximalist musk mirroring the minimalist rose. It's a musk fragrance. Keynotes include white musk, rose, and suede, and tobacco, and spicy cumin. Yeah, see, I feel like this is going to be a little bit, well, because carbon, the color, I feel like this is going to be a little bit, not necessarily earthy, but like deeper, moodier. Musky rose, let's see what we got. Pleasantly surprised, I was wrong. This is not dark and moody, this is stunning. And a little bit light, so pretty, very suede-y musk. Ooh, I love this. I love the suede and the musk and the rose. This reminds me a little bit of like a Tom Ford suede fragrance, but a little bit more feminine. And it also is reminding me a little bit of a Soradora fragrance. Mandoral, I think, or Orchidee Rouge. I think it's Orchidee Rouge. I like suede fragrances, but there has to be something else going on. I don't want to smell like an expensive handbag. So I love the spicy cumin. I love the rose. You definitely get other things, but then it has that really beautiful, like smooth quality. This is stunning. This might be the best suede fragrance I've ever smelled, ever. I would say this is full bottle worthy as well. I really like this now. I don't know. I feel like I still like Ivoire a little bit more, but I don't know. I kind of like Carbone. I don't want to call it Carbone because that just reminds me of the restaurant in Miami, the Italian food and the marinara sauce. So Carbone. Think musk, suede, rose, and some really pretty spices. Nothing that's too heavy though. I could see this being a daytime fragrance. I could see it being an evening fragrance. I cannot wait to try this on my skin and see what it's like once it dries down. That's really the true test. If you had the chance to try the Charlotte Tilbury range of fragrances, this would be in the same category maybe as More Sex, but a little bit more feminine and other things going on, but it definitely has that suede, musky feel to it. This one is 10 times better. I mean, I don't know if that's okay to say, but this is a million times better. It's wearable. This I would be excited to wear. This is another stunning bottle, Cell de Amber. It's an amber fragrance, a captivating alchemy of glowing amber and salty mineral ambergris. Keynotes include amber, ambergris, olibanum, and tea leaves. Let's try amber. I love tea notes. Wow, very interesting. Once again, pretty. This is the sweetest fragrance of all of them so far. It is a little bit like sea salty, minerally. I don't know what's the, I don't love it. I really don't love this one. It's very interesting, very unique. Too unique for my taste. It's just not very wearable in my opinion. As it dries down, it's actually becoming a little bit harder and harder for me to tolerate. I like sea salt and I like a mineral, salty type of fragrance. It can end up turning a little bit sweaty. Like, what's the Tom Ford fragrance? I think it's Oud Mineral. Smells a little bit like a sweaty man in my opinion. This has a little bit of that quality, maybe too mineral, too salty. And I do get the tea deep down in there. It's more of like a smoky tea. This is not for me. No, it's getting worse. Okay, I can't smell that anymore. I would say even though it's a little bit sweeter, it almost smelled a little bit masculine. It's a little bit like dirty socks. Not like dirty feet, but just like old dirty socks. Not nice. I just not a fan of this one. That's a shame because the bottle is so beautiful. Yeah, it's gotten a little bit unpleasant. I would say at first spritz, it was okay. And then as it dries down, it's just not right for me. I do not like that at all. We have to move on quickly so I can spray something else. So next we're gonna try Bronze. This definitely sounds like it's leaning a bit more masculine. It's a woody fragrance. Keynotes include cedarwood, patchouli, and black pepper. Even though I don't like wearing masculine fragrances, I still really enjoy spritzing them, smelling them, discovering new ones. Oh, this is so pretty. How interesting. This is what I sort of expected from amber. Black pepper, I definitely get that. Tobacco leaves, yep. Oh no. Yeah, as this one dries down, I don't really like this one either. No. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting a lot of just black pepper. Oh, no, I don't like it. No. The last two, I think, are definitely meant for a man more than a woman. Of course, anyone can wear anything. I'm just talking about the fragrance, not the person wearing it. The fragrances lean a little bit more traditionally masculine. I love discovering new masculine fragrances for my husband. I give him samples and add to his collection. I would really not like to smell this on him. I'm getting black pepper and dirty socks again. It smells a little bit like bad body odor. Next up is Ebene or Ebene. This is a woody amber fragrance described as a timeless woody amber powered by the contrast between eternal ebony wood and precious myrrh oil. And it says there's vanilla and cinnamon as well. So I still have hope for this one. I feel like it might be a little bit more masculine, but if it has the vanilla and the myrrh, let's see. See, this is nice. Of course, the other two were nice at first. Let me give it a minute. I'm not even going to rush to conclusions. No, I think this is really pleasant, very pretty. Sort of a sweet, spicy, a little bit more masculine fragrance. See, this is a pretty spicy amber. This is kind of what I'm used to smelling. Spicy, amber, woody, with a hint of vanilla. I would absolutely like to smell this on my husband. And I think he would probably really enjoy this one. I could even see myself, maybe, I feel a little bit hesitant now after smelling those previous two fragrances. I think I really like this. And maybe I could see myself wearing this, but I would probably layer it with something else. Very fall, winter, cozy. Last but certainly not least is Bleu Infini. This is an exhilarating, woody aromatic with warm cistus absolute and salted lichen, oceanic vapors, and oak moss. Very salty, like sea salty or salty wood. I don't know if I love that in fragrance. Like a couple of these were so salty, it almost turns me off of the fragrance a little bit. I like it, it's okay. I'm not blown away by it. A little bit more expected, but I feel like there are so many aquatic men's fragrances and I like so many others more than this one. More familiar, definitely more wearable, tolerable, but not that impressive. I'm really not blown away by the men's collection or the more masculine fragrances of the set. I love that in the set you do get the variety. You have the more feminine fragrances and the more masculine. But I think they did an excellent job with the feminine leaning fragrances and the masculine side needs a little work. I feel like tomorrow, if I were to try this one and what is it, Ebene? Yes, if I were to try the Bleu Infini and Ebene again tomorrow without directly smelling those previous two, maybe I'll feel a little bit more positively about them. Very pretty. They're nice fragrances. I wouldn't say they're like some of the best men's fragrances I've ever tried. Good, not great, which is not what we want from our fragrance collection, especially not for $300 a bottle. The Rouge was okay. The Vert was also really nice, but my two favorite, Ivoire and Carbone. These two are excellent. Fresh blotters of both. Yeah, the Carbone is so nice. Ooh, I love them both. Ivoire is very sophisticated, floral tuberose, like a fancy tuberose fragrance. I think I prefer the Carbone, at least right away. What I like about the Carbone a little bit more is that it has a touch more sweetness. Like as much as this is a tuberose fragrance, it doesn't have really any sweetness, which is okay, but I think it could use a little bit more. Whereas this does, at least initially. And I think that hint of sweetness pairs really nicely with the suede, the rose, the musk. This is one that I can absolutely see myself wearing. Both really nice fragrances. Are they worth $300? I don't know. I'm leaning towards no. I need to try them on my skin tomorrow when my nose isn't so overwhelmed after smelling all of them. And I feel like these fragrances change pretty drastically. Like as soon as you spritz them, they smell one way. And I know I'm stating the obvious, this is how fragrance works, but I'm not talking about like a small detectable change. I mean like, whoa, that is not the same fragrance that I initially smelled. There's such a huge swing that I feel like you don't really get to know the fragrance until you wear it on your skin for several hours, which is to be expected and a good thing, but also it can be a little bit deceiving or hard for people when you're trying a fragrance. Even if you were to go to a Neiman Marcus store and try these on a blotter card, you might think you really like it and then you get home and you've totally changed your mind. Which is why it's always good to sample a fragrance. Wear it for a couple of days if you can before you make a decision. These are definitely our two front runners. I feel confident that these are the best in the Discovery set. I will continue to update you on my thoughts. My very favorite at the moment is Carbone, Ivoire number 2. I would say the Vert number 3, Rouge number 4, and throw the rest away. They're just not worth it in my opinion. And that completes my overview of the new Balmain fragrance collection. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you liked hearing my thoughts. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. I am so curious to hear your thoughts on these fragrances. So if you visit a counter, if you're able to find these in store or you pick up a Discovery set, definitely sound off down below in the comments section. Let me know which is your favorite, which is your least favorite. Are you at all interested in this fragrance line from Balmain, or are you sort of sick of everybody getting into beauty? Let me know what you think. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned. Everything on my face will be listed down below in the description box and tagged directly to the video. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification